Ladies and gentlemen, in the Amhara region, an ongoing and intense conflict is unfolding on multiple fronts between the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF, and the Amhara Fano forces. Recent reports indicate a troubling escalation in the conflict, with the deployment of a significant number of ENDF soldiers and heavy weaponry in the region. Here are the latest updates from the battlefield, which I will share with you in this video. In Zebra, Luwe, and Gumare Venza, Este, situated in southern Gonder, the situation is dire. Intense fighting persists between the Fano forces and ENDF soldiers, alongside Amhara militia and police. What's particularly alarming is the indiscriminate shelling of these towns by the NDF. The updates indicate that the fighting in these areas is exceptionally fierce. The use of heavy weapons by the NDF has resulted in numerous reports of civilian property damage and losses, adding to the humanitarian toll of the conflict. Moving on to Kemia Dinge in southern Gonder, we have reports that Fano soldiers have gained control over the town. This development followed the withdrawal of ENDF forces after a limited period of fighting. The shift in control over Kemia Dinge is another layer of complexity in this evolving situation. As mentioned in a previous video, the A2 highway continues to be a hotspot of intense conflict. Recent reports suggest that Fano forces have taken full control of Mersa. We have received visual evidence displayed on your screen, showing Fano soldiers entering the city. The capture of Mersa by Fano forces is a significant development that underscores the rapidly changing dynamics of the situation on the ground. Additionally, it's worth noting that Fano members and political prisoners who were previously detained in the city of Mersa have reportedly been released by the Eastern Amhara Fano. This release may have far-reaching implications for the ongoing conflict and the local population. The Amhara region is currently gripped by relentless and intense fighting. Various towns and areas are witnessing clashes between Fano forces and ENDF soldiers. The use of heavy weaponry and the resulting civilian property damage raise significant humanitarian concerns. In addition to the previously discussed developments, there have been significant reports regarding an attack on Israeli military personnel and facilities, shedding light on the evolving regional dynamics. According to various sources, a targeted attack occurred at the summit of a mountain in the Dalek archipelago in Eritrea, where an Israeli military surveillance post was stationed to monitor the Red Sea, particularly the area facing Yemen. Eritrean military sources provided information to Al Mayadeen, confirming the attack on Israeli soldiers stationed at this military outpost. This operation specifically aimed to disrupt the Israeli surveillance capabilities in the region. Tragically, it has been reported that a senior Israeli military officer lost his life during the course of this attack, underscoring the gravity of the situation. This incident highlights the complex challenges facing Israel in the region. Israel's potential ground invasion of Gaza is seen as a move that could trigger a barrage of missiles, rockets, and drones, overwhelming its air security systems and posing a serious threat to strategic infrastructure. The ability of various factions, such as Yemen's Ansar Allah, to confront the Israeli occupation has been emphasized, with vows to do so in response to Israeli actions in Gaza. Furthermore, the Islamic resistance in Iraq is actively participating in Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, launching rockets and attack drones toward U.S. military bases in Iraq and northeastern Syria. Recent events have also demonstrated the vulnerability of the region to missile and drone attacks, with the USS Carney intercepting multiple cruise missiles and drones reportedly launched from Sana'a, Yemen, toward occupied Palestinian territories. The payloads carried by these long-range missiles and drones were substantial, amounting to 1.6 tons, and they targeted the Israeli city of Eilat. Notably, Saudi Arabia reportedly intercepted at least one of these cruise missiles during a prolonged engagement that lasted over 9 hours, as reported by a U.S. official quoted by CNN. Israeli strategic affairs expert Yoni Ben-Menachem has observed that Yemen has effectively entered the fray against Israel by launching such attacks, even when intercepted by the U.S. Navy. These developments emphasize the growing complexity and regional implications of the ongoing conflicts and the challenges Israel faces in maintaining its security and stability in the midst of these tumultuous events. Allegedly, a concerning situation has emerged in the Amhara region, affecting students who have successfully completed their 12th grade education and were looking forward to beginning their university studies. It has been reported that these students now find themselves in a precarious and uncertain position. According to the information received, the university authorities have made a rather unexpected and troubling decision. They have informed these students that they will not be allowed to register for their university programs, and instead, they are being told to return to their places of origin. The reason given for this abrupt and concerning measure is the suspicion that some of these students may have affiliations with the Fano group. This situation raises several significant issues and concerns. First and foremost, it reflects the challenges of security and trust in a region that has been experiencing intense and protracted conflicts. The decision to deny university registration based on alleged affiliations or suspicions underscores the far-reaching consequences of these conflicts on the lives and aspirations of young students. It is important to consider the potential impact on these students who had worked hard to complete their high school education and were looking forward to furthering their academic and career prospects. The denial of access to higher education not only disrupts their personal goals and ambitions, but also has broader implications for the region's human capital and its ability to rebuild and develop in the future. Furthermore, this situation highlights the need for transparent and fair mechanisms for evaluating individuals' affiliations or potential security risks. Without such mechanisms, there is a risk of unfairly stigmatizing innocent individuals and obstructing their access to education and future opportunities. In conclusion, the reported dilemma facing Amhara students who have completed grade 12 and are encountering obstacles in their pursuit of higher education due to concerns about their alleged affiliations with the Fano group underscores the complex challenges faced by individuals in conflict-affected regions. Balancing security concerns with the fundamental right to education is a delicate task, and it calls for careful consideration and fair procedures to ensure that innocent individuals are not unfairly penalized.